Hi, Tulio. It's real pleasure to have you here for this interview with me for a few of your precious time. Thank you for being available to us. We really look forward to your performance with the chamber players here in Santa Barbara. It's a real honor and a joy for me personally because I've been waiting for this for years, I must say.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Emmanuel. The honor is all mine. I mean, this is incredible, and this opportunity I will cherish forever because we've been so close as a friends, and now as a partners in crime.
Yes,
you
exactly.
know,
Partners in crime.
yeah.
I wanted to maybe start with the first question basically is where are you from? And tell me a little bit about your background.
Okay. I was born in Caracas, Venezuela. Uh, um, to my Venezuelan mother and Italian father. He was from Rome. My mother was from Upata, which is a little town in the Amazon, Venezuelan Amazon, near the border with Brazil. So I have two different, let's say, influences: the European and the jungle or whatever, and the Latin American, which is very interesting. It's been my my main drive doing creating music. And so,
Okay.
and this concerto is it's a reflection of that.
Tell me a little bit about how you are now coming to this point where you bring in your life works made for guitar. How did that come out to be?
Well, in Venezuela, back in the day, I started with an Italian maestro, uh, private. I studied 3 years with him, Maestro Pegoraro. I remember him, and it was used. It's really interesting. He didn't play guitar. He played the accordion because he had the I mean, so gross. I mean, I mean, he couldn't play guitar, but he was such a great maestro. I mean, he taught me how to play. We did some Paganini stuff in guitar. He was a great mentor also. And well, uh, when I came here, after the 2008, that it went, everything went down, music, everything. I started to, okay, I pick up a guitar. I don't this guitar. I don't you see it? Okay, that I bought that one, and I started just fooling around, and well, at the end, I finished 12 compositions, and I released my first solo album, which is called Momentum. Momentum because it was like a process of, gaining energy, on the way. And one of the pieces of my album, it's called Rush, and I decided to orchestrate that piece, that very piece, and and that became the second movement of the concerto. But why is that? That is because that piece of music reminds me of my mother. I mean, all the the winds that I it's like all the birds in the jungle. I mean, she was born in a jungle in the Amazon, so that's the the background under the guitar music. So uh, she's there. I mean, my mom is reflected on that one. Then I said, okay, I need to to do something inspired in my father. So I started, playing around some thematic material until I decided to go with the first movement, which is a very romantic, very Italian, because those are my roots. I have two roots, one European and one South American. The first movement of my concerto, it's all Italy. It's not only Italy, it's Rome. No, more than that, it's Trastevere. My father was born in Trastevere. And you know what that means. It's the more traditional neighborhood in Rome, Trastevere. So, in fact, I got goosebumps right now. Music is so wonderful that makes you experience those kind of deep emotions with with just spontaneously. I mean, I'm about to cry myself, but no, I'm just trying to convey that for me, music it's everything. It's everything. And I on the first movement, uh, there is the main theme that then the interlude. It's a very playful thing, and then there is a cadenza which is more meditative, more let's say mystic, away a little away from the melody. But at the end, there is a grand tutti with the theme, and I'm really proud of that. At that first movement, to be honest. And then the third movement. Okay, and it was spontaneous. I didn't think about it, but it came out as a mixture of Europe and South America, of my father and my mother. There are dances like a little Celtic, a little, Italian kind of popular dances, and in 6/8. And at the end, it becomes like a joropo. Joropo is a dance, Venezuelan dance, and very very fast 6/8. So I found after doing that they were both there, my mother and my father, reflected in that music. So I'm really lucky to be able to play with you the my concerto. Mm.
Honestly, thank you so much for giving us a little bit of a window into what your life has been, what your music world is, and what the future might be for you. But in the meantime, I think, we are really looking forward to having you here in Santa Barbara with Elena. And obviously, it's going to be an amazing experience for all of us to enjoy. And, until next time, we'll see when it's going to
Until
be.
yeah, amen to that.